204 days to the general election, and the Electoral Commission IEBC will embark on a month-long mass voter registration drive that could take to 22 million, the number of Kenyans who could be eligible to participate in the upcoming polls. The national roll of voters currently has 15.9 million Kenyans, with another 9.1 million identity card holders, but yet to be enlisted. IEBC targeting at least 6.1 million in the drive that will be conducted using 7,793 biometric voter registration kits that will be distributed across the 290 constituencies.
We are looking out for Kenyans who are eligible to register as voters to do so.
The 30-day exercise targets those who were not registered prior to the 2013 general election and those who missed out in last year's mass voter registration drive that netted 1.5 million out of the 4 million who were targeted. Unlike the previous electronic registration drives, where one could only register at the specific polling station where they would vote, in the exercise that kicks off tomorrow, one can register anywhere in the constituency they would be voting in.
Every county assembly ward will either have a minimum of 3 or a maximum of 10 kits.
There are 26,400 polling stations that will be converted to voter registration centers. The opposition has demanded a BVR kit for each of the centers, a move that IEBC terms untenable, and defended the formula used to distribute the 7,793 kits.
It's not so much about the number of kits. It's about how many people you also mobilize to ensure that they show up where the kit is. On average, a kit will spend at the registration center 10 days. And that is much more compared to what we had in the first registration campaign.
In the last registration drive, complaints were lodged, especially in arid areas where many people missed out due to the mobile nature of the exercise, a concern IEBC has considered.
Unlike the mass voter registration one, where a kit will spend 1 day or 2 days at the registration center, here we are talking of, in the worst case scenario, 10 days per registration center. In the best case scenario, 30 days per registration center. On average, it will be about 15 days per registration center. That will be adequate time for for people to be able to find the kit.
Voters registered electronically for the 2013 polls or in last year's mass registration drive need not be enlisted afresh. Even those who misplaced their registration notification slips need not to worry, since their data is still captured.
60 days before the election, we'll open the register specifically for purposes of verification or confirmation of registration details. And that will happen between that is May 10th and June 9th.
It will, however, be harder for voters seeking to transfer from one polling station to another. The Commission trying to curb the mischief of mass voter importation, especially in constituencies that border counties where intense contest for governor seats is expected.
Those people seeking to transfer as voters, they should go and make that application at our constituency offices across the country. We have an office in each of the 290 constituencies.
However, prisoners and Kenyans living in diaspora will have to wait for the appointment of IEBC commissioners to approve mechanisms and structure for their registration to participate in the August polls. The electorate in Mumbere's Maji Mazuri ward in Baringo County and Central Kanyamkago ward in Migori County will also have to await by-elections that will be conducted in March before registration can commence.
Political competition is a game of numbers, and that's why the political class has realized that the August general election may not necessarily be won on the polling day, but at the voter registration stage. And that's why they will be pulling all stops to ensure that their strongholds are mobilized sufficiently to turn up in their numbers and register during this 30-day period for enlisting as voters. Francis Gashuri, Citizen TV, Nairobi.